welcome to the kitchen. I'm sorry for the bad lighting. It's late in the evening and I'm getting a late start. So today we are going to be making s'mores cookies for my son's. He's over here somewhere, wandering around.
Somewhere. There's some right here.
His homeschool Valentine's party is coming up. So we're going to be making s'mores cookies. What you're going to need for this recipe is white sugar, brown sugar, flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, cornstarch, a cup of chocolate chips, a cup of mini marshmallows. I've diced mine up into like little halves and quarters. 4 graham crackers, 1 egg, butter, and vanilla. So let's get ready to get started. So in my mixer, I'm going to combine a half a cup of brown sugar. Put that in there. I need to mix up some more brown sugar. And then you want 1/4 cup of white sugar. You want 10 teaspoons of softened butter. Put in there. So we are going to cream this together before we add anything else to the mix. Get all that butter in there. Alright, I'm going to cream this together now. Got this nice and creamed together. So now I'm going to add my, sorry, everything's kind of on top of each other today. So I'm going to add some vanilla. 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and then I want to add 1 egg. Your egg should be at room temperature. Be careful not to get a shell in it. And then we're going to mix that in as well. Now that I've got that all creamed together, I'm going to move my mixer out of the way. Get the cord out of the way here. And in a giant bowl, we're going to start mixing our dry ingredients. So for this, I need a cup, 1 cup, and a half a cup. 1 1/2 cups, I should say. I'll get it out here in a minute. Of flour. And then I'm going to need a teaspoon of baking soda. If I can get it out of the container here. Teaspoon of baking soda. Teaspoon of baking powder.
I made it as fine as I could.
Well, it didn't need to be that fine, but that's good. Thank you. And a teaspoon of cornstarch. Okay, we're going to get that all mixed together here. And I also need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Get that all mixed in. And I'm going to, he chopped my graham crackers for me here. I'm going to mix those graham crackers in. Okay. Nice and good. Now that I've got all of my dry ingredients mixed together, we are going to start combining them with the wet ingredients. When I start to mix my dry ingredients in with my wet, I like to do it just a little bit at a time so that it doesn't fly all over the kitchen. Sometimes it still does that. Now that we've got all the flour incorporated, it's a very sticky dough. We are going to refrigerate this for an hour. So right now, what you want to do is you want to take your chocolate chips, just start sprinkling those in, about half at a time, as well as your marshmallows, about half of those. And then we're going to mix this again. I realized my camera wasn't filming as I added the last bit of the marshmallow and chocolate chips. But that's okay, they're in here. So you end up with a full cup of marshmallow and a full cup of chocolate chip added to your dough. So what you're going to want to do is kind of scrape off your beater here. Just get it cleaned off of the dough. You might want to use your finger. And then what we are going to do, after I get the side scraped down here, we will cover this and set it in the fridge to chill for an hour because we want this dough to be very cold when we start working with it. I'm just going to give the bowl a quick scrape down here. Alright, that looks good. Alright, I'm going to cover this with some plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator. Okay, my dough has been chilling for an hour. So now we are going to take a spoon. If you have one of those cookie scoops, that's wonderful. If not, you can take a spoon. You want to get about a tablespoon and kind of roll it into a ball. Just give it a little smash so it looks like, a disc. I've got my oven preheating to 350, and then I'm going to place these on my lined baking sheet. Try to keep about 1.5 inches to 2 inches between your cookies because they will spread a little bit. And the marshmallow will get puffy and it'll just be delicious. Alright, let's get these turned out real quick. Alright, I've got my baking sheet filled, so now I'm going to put these in a 350-degree oven for between 8 and 10 minutes. So my timer just went off, so I'm going to pull this pan out. And, ooh, look at these. Don't these look amazing? I'm going to get this pan slid in. And reset my timer. Sticky marshmallow on my finger. These are sticky because they do have marshmallow. I'm going to let them sit for about 1 minute and then I will get them over onto the cooling rack. Look at these beautiful cookies. Now if you want, after you've baked them for about 5 minutes, you can pull them out and put little pieces of chocolate and marshmallow bits on the top of them and then put them back in for the last few minutes. Just kind of as a garnish so they don't melt everywhere. Or you can do like I did and just mix it all in the cookie dough. I mean, look how beautiful these things are. They smell amazing. As you can see, some of the marshmallow where it melted out, we'll just pull that off so it's not left hanging on the side of the cookie. Look at these, aren't they amazing? Thank you for joining me, and as always, happy baking.